So, I just watched Flight Risk yesterday, and it was really shit.
Look at the top of his head!
Now, I knew this movie was going to be bad, but I had a glimmer of hope. A small shining light across the tunnel, and that is because this movie is directed by Mel Gibson. This man has made some great movies, including Braveheart, Apocalypto, and especially Hacksaw Ridge. A really, really good movie that I absolutely love. And it was his most recent film as well. So to go from that to this is absolutely shocking. The idea of this movie is pretty cool. The pilot has to transport these people, but he's secretly a hitman, and they can't kill him because he's the only one that knows how to fly. I was hoping the story could have been like the movie Speed, where the characters are constantly in stress because they have no idea how to fly a plane. But the characters are strangely relaxed for most of the movie, and as you can imagine, that translates to a really boring experience. Madeline is an alright character. She had a bad history with her job, so to experience something similar again is slightly engaging. Plus, she doesn't have really annoying dialogue just like the other characters, who are just awful. They're not your typical boring characters that make you want to fall asleep. No. They actively make the movie worse. Specifically this guy. The only movie I've seen him in before this one is Spider-Man 3, and despite all the shit wrong with that movie, he wasn't one of them. Well, the character was actually pretty shit, but the actor who played him I thought was actually really good. But he just sucks in this movie. The trailers made it seem like he was a cold, calculating man who had like a hidden plan behind him. But no, he's whiny, annoying, and cries for the whole movie. His main character trait is that he won't shut up. Both characters have told him to shut up multiple times. What I will say though is that he gets a lot better towards the end of the movie once he realizes that, oh shit, my family's at stake. And also, he is not as bad as Mark Wahlberg. He's trying to portray a crazy character who is supposed to be really threatening because he does this for fun. He doesn't do this for the money, but he just comes off as really goofy the entire movie. I just couldn't take him seriously with that bald ass head. He's really bad at maintaining his secret identity, and he has these moments of trying to act cool and crazy, but it just never works. But I've just never been a fan of Mark Wahlberg. He's not funny, he's not a good actor. The only reason he gets jobs is because he somehow got famous and they're using him to sell tickets. In fact, last night I was thinking to myself, has Mark Wahlberg ever made a good movie? Transformers has a cult following, but let's be honest, most of them are shit and he's in the worst ones. Ted has its moments, but it's generally shit. He's horrible in the Uncharted movie. The list goes on and on and on. He might be my least favorite actor working today. You know, excluding the ones that have committed crimes. Actually, you know what? I take that back. He has one good movie. And it's a movie where he has a very small role, which is The Departed. So that's one movie out of at least 63, holy shit. I'm not joking when I say I'd rather have Kevin Hart in his role. And that's saying a lot considering I watched Lift last year, which was way worse than this movie. Also, the pacing is absolutely dreadful. There was about a 10-minute scene of, I'm not joking, the characters asking for help on the radio. That's it. There's no tension, the characters are being annoying, Wahlberg is sleeping the entire time, and this guy is flirting with his middle-aged woman in the middle of a terrorist attack. I was so bored for so many sections of this movie. However, there were some points where I felt engaged with the movie. If I had to choose the best part, it's that there were decent moments of tensions, especially in the beginning of the film. The audience starts to think, hold up, something doesn't seem right here. And then those suspicions grow more and more at the same time that the tension grows. And so for about 20 minutes towards the beginning, I was like, okay, this isn't so bad. But then it just gets really boring and progressively worse and it just sucks. The movie gets dragged down by a side plot about who the real villain is. But we never get to see the characters even once. We are simply told what's happening through the phone. Which is like, come on man, what happened to show don't tell? It sometimes works in a few games and movies, but rarely, and it really didn't in this movie. It just felt like they had a low budget, so they decided to tell the story rather than show it. And I just have to say this, but this movie has a really weird ending. Like, okay, I won't spoil it, but just know that it ends very abruptly. So yeah, as you could probably tell, I am not a fan of this movie. I mainly have bad things to say, so because of that, I've given this movie a 3 out of 10. But if you guys really want to see it, then sure. But if you've already seen the trailer, you've basically seen the entire movie, so there's no point. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. We're slowly approaching 500 subs, which is so good. And if you haven't subscribed, I would absolutely love it if you did. And I'll see you guys on Tuesday with another tier list ranking of Spider-Man and Batman suits. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. See ya!